Hello everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope that you're doing well, and I want to talk to you today about your vitality plan for the rest of your life. I hope that you're doing a lot of thinking about this because it's the most important thing. Financial security, yes, is important too, but your good health is super important. Now, one of our bloggers, Kay Van Norman, wrote this article about what is your vitality plan for 60 and beyond. You've got a financial plan, you've got maybe a work plan, all kinds of other, ideas about how you're going to live your life. But vitality plan, what are you doing for that? And it's the same idea really as a financial plan. It's looking at your assets, at your the way that you spend your time, your money, the way you invest your energy in exercise and nutrition and looking after yourself, self-care, and how to make regular deposits into your vitality account. Yes, you put money into your financial account, but think about your body too, and your mind, and that connection between the two. Planning. How long do you expect to live? I mean, count the numbers. I mean, what do you think? What's your goal? If you say, I want to live to be 100, well, you want to be a healthy 100, right? And you need to be able to navigate through the decades between now and then, and be ready. Be ready for situations. Look at the things that you've had vulnerabilities with, or mobility issues, or anything that might impact your vitality plan as you get older. So the three kind of functional assets that you have are your strength, mobility, and endurance. And read the article, by the way, by Kay. She really puts a lot of thought into this, and she's got a website where she goes into this concept of vitality planning much more than in a really detailed way. So it's really important to have these assets: strength, mobility, and endurance as you get older. That's your deposits into your vitality account. And exercise is the simplest form for your healthy aging strategy. I've got some statistics here. I wanted to make sure I get them absolutely right. She quotes it in the article. Your strength declines approximately 1.5% per year after the age of 30. So work that out. So by the age of 70, you've actually lost 60% of your strength. Now, those are statistics. If you sort of were calculating it year on year and nothing ever changed. But the point is that physical frailty, is common with age. But it doesn't mean that you can't be strong, and it does not mean that you cannot do things to build up that asset and to add to your vitality plan, the strength that you need to change that ratio a little bit. Now, you are going to. Obviously, I'm 73. I get it. This is how it works. But with resistance training and with some exercise, walking, and other things which she talks about in terms of, nutrition and so on, you can build that strength back up. You can at least stabilize it at a different level than you would expect. So isn't that a powerful number, though? That if you lose 1.1 to 1.5% of strength per year after 30, that by the age of 70, you are 60% down. And by the age of 75% by the age 80. So anyway, you can increase muscle mass and strength with resistance training. That's the bottom line. And so even if it's just something at home, if it's doing it with, weights and things that you've got at home, do it. Just do something, because the myth is that you have to surrender to this weakness and frailty, but you don't. Take charge. Get out, go walking, do more, walk more. Having trouble getting up from the chair? Oh, do it. And when you get up from the chair, do it 3 more times. And don't put your arms to support you. Just get up from the chair using your leg muscles. And if you feel like you're not able to do that, then that's all the more reason to do it. And to just try really hard to, instead of just getting up once, sit down again and then get up and do it 3 times. Do leg lifts, during commercials on TV, or any time that you just have a spare minute. Just lift your legs up and down. Do 10 of them. When I wake up in the morning, I immediately lie down on the floor and I do some stretches for my back, and I do some bicycling with my legs and just stretching my legs and back, because for me that is my spot. Maybe you've got your weakness or your area where you are feeling a little bit vulnerable, but my back and my hips and legs, maybe that's where I hold stress. But that's really important. Get into cardiovascular activity. I don't know. Don't or do. Running is challenging as you get older because you've got your muscles and your ligaments that are, have evolved and changed. So always check with a doctor, check with a physical therapist before you start any exercise regime, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm not making any recommendations. I'm just saying what works for me. And yoga, for example, works for me, but it may not work for you. There is chair yoga. And by the way, just as a remembrance, we actually at 60andMe put all of our 60andMe yoga programs, our chair yoga, gentle yoga, and yoga flows onto our YouTube channel. And it's totally free. Kat Kabira is an amazing teacher. She's taught older people for years of her life, and she's a very good teacher. And those videos now are totally free. Just go and watch them and take advantage of even just 5 minutes. It's just better than doing nothing. Embrace cardiovascular exercise for your heart and for your blood vessels. You've got to get this oxygenated blood through your body. So you've got to walk, you've got to run on a one of those, what do you call them? Exercise machines. See how often I go to the gym? But you know what I'm saying. You can use the machines where you can do some walking and control the pace and not be putting a lot of pressure on your knees, which is one of the concerns. Toe touches, hand presses. I'm looking at my notes here. But I think it's really important that we recognize that physical exercise, even a small amount of it, is so good. And also, it doesn't also only apply or impact your body, your physical body, it impacts your brain. Because getting oxygenated blood to your brain is so important for protecting your brain from other degenerative diseases, and that's something that we have to be aware of. That it's not just you're feeling a few more muscles there on your arms, and and getting your heart rate up for your body. Get it into your brain as well. The other thing that she talks about in this article, Kay Van Norman, is this whole thing about changing your mindset. And moving from a mindset of there's nothing I can do about it because I'm too old. Take age out of the calculation and just say, I'm going to embrace. I think she calls them adaptive strategies. Either strategies where instead of doing this full-on exercise, you adapt it. You adapt it to your personal situation, and you just pursue the getting the best you can out of it. You just want the fullest possible outcome, and not being negative like, well, I'm never going to get any results from that because I'm too this or too that, or I'm too old. She talks about 6 dimensions of health, and I think this is maybe where I can just sort of pull it all together: physical, social, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, and vocational. Those, what in Kay's mind, form what she calls this wellness wheel. So let me go over it again: physical, social, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, vocational. Those are the 6 spokes of the wheel. So if you look at your wheel right now and put those things on spokes like around the wheel, which one is strongest? Physical, social, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, or vocational? Which one's the strongest? And I think the goal that Kay talks about, and I think I try to do it in my life, is to balance them. I mean, I may be very strong on the intellectual side, but I've got to actually get my muscles working and on the physical side as well. She's got a thing on her website, Kay, called Vitality Portfolio Toolkit. And it's just helping you to get a plan together, basically, so that you can get these 6 spokes of the wheel kind of working together in harmony with each other. So I hope that you found this useful. I would love to know whether you have a vitality plan in addition to your financial plan. Do you actually have some exercises that you do every day that you feel help you to increase or strengthen some of the spokes in your wellness wheel? Hope that you find this useful conversation. I mean, I think that supporting lifelong vitality is key to everything that we want to do in our lives. So hopefully this has been supportive and helpful. Thank you again, everybody, for being here for us. If you want to subscribe to this channel, I do videos 4 times a week. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and you can look at videos on all kinds of topics related to the older woman, and that includes things as kind of random as beauty and fashion to relationships and well-being, financial security, travel, all kinds of things. So if you've got any topics you'd like us to discuss that I didn't mention there, or you think angles you would like to have explored, please let us know. Okay, everybody, take really good care. Sending you lots and lots of love. Stay safe and strong. Bye for now.